All right. Wait for Caden to show up at least. While I finish my Hot Pocket. I don't even know what the hell that is. Let's add some text to this real quick. Okay. You know what? Let's warm up. Since I'm waiting for people again. Let's warm up.
This work to the beat. Then you got to put your hands on
I don't know
your
what this
knees.
bullshit is.
Then you got to put an arch in your back. Not do it first. You got to this work.
Is it like crazy?
Let's watch creepy shit since we're gonna watch a creepy pasta.
No way, man. Stop it.
It's like a stone.
You're dead. No heartbeat. No pulse. You can't hurt me anymore. Your life was led to hell for me, and the way you died cannot justify the way you lived. You cannot be redeemed.
I don't like how judgy this is.
On
That
March
was nothing.
26th, 1962, the Crawford family, who lived in Tennessee, noticed their one-year-old was sick, so they wanted to take her to the doctor's office. Mr. and Mrs. Crawford hop in the car with their one-year-old, and they bring along their 3-year-old named Faye. They drive to the doctor's office. Turns out the one-year-old's going to be just fine. They give the kid some medication. They head back to their house, and when they pull into the driveway, Mr. and Mrs. Crawford turn around. The one-year-old is awake, but the 3-year-old Faye
fuck is my
is
wall?
fast asleep. So the parents look at each other and they say, okay, we'll get the baby inside. We'll give Faye a couple more minutes to sleep inside the car, and then we'll come out and we'll get her. So Mr. and Mrs. Crawford carefully get the one-year-old out without waking Faye up. They shut the door. They lock
down.
it. The windows are up. They go into
Waiting
the
for
house.
you.
They put their one-year-old down, and literally
Wanted
maybe
to
a
make
couple
sure-
of minutes goes by.
You were at least here to watch, so let's start it. At the very least, it's me and you. It's me and you, bud. All right, here goes. Hold on, let me get this right here. I think it's cropped. What is going on here? Okay. Throwing the whole thing off, but I think that's fair right there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Why the fuck? There we go. Damn, I should have brought some snacks up. Snacks. Exactly what I was thinking. I've started this before, and I know the production value is like amazing.
It's a game that needs no introduction. A story centering on impending calamity upon a community of innocents. But it isn't the game itself we're discussing tonight. It's the creepypasta that's attached to it. You know what it is. You've seen it time and time again. You sneaky son of a bitch. Tonight, we're changing gears. This will be a special video aimed at celebrating the 10th anniversary of one of the most renowned creepypastas of all time. This is the story of Ben Drowned.
Top's cropped a little bit. Let me change that. Yes, Ben Drowned, the doc. Going through the whole saga. This is apparently like a cinematic recreation. Hold on, let me actually go back and see what that said. I didn't fucking read that. Scenes have been modified and omitted to fit the screenplay. So it's not a one-to-one. I'm okay with it. A link to the full story. We don't care about, we're not here to read.
Picture this. The year's 2010, and it's a late September night. You're hanging in your room playing some Resident Evil 5, and you just can't get past that damn chainsaw boss because Cheva's AI is doing God knows what.
Resident Evil 5 is where it all started to go wrong, in my opinion.
Dumbass. Go play Nintendo.
So you decide to take a break.
I mean, it's updated, right? Because he originally finds it at a yard sale. Which is modernized. And again, now we don't even use Craigslist. You're crazy.
ugly. You are disgusting. Give me $200.
Thank you for 8 months in a row. I really don't stream enough to justify that, so reconsider that.
Yeah, what you want?
I'm just here for the Craigslist ad for the free Nintendo games.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Thank you.
That background music is a little. So far. So far, it's pretty good.
All the way in the car ride home, I had a nagging doubt that the man had said something else.
I'm so scared, Darren.
I don't know if he uses the actual clips that that the guy uploaded for the creepypasta.
My fears were confirmed when I booted up the game, and there was one save file, simply named Ben. Goodbye, Ben. He was saying goodbye, Ben. I felt bad for the man, obviously a grandparent and obviously going senile, and I, for some reason or another, reminded him of his grandson Ben. Anyway, I made a new file named Link out of tradition, ready to relive my childhood. For such a shady looking game cartridge, I was impressed by how smoothly it ran. One odd thing that unnerved me was that at times the NPCs would call me Link, and at others, they'd call me Ben. I figured it was just a bug, a fluke in the programming causing our files to get mixed up or something. It did kind of creep me out though.
The game already in and of itself is just so dark. What? I thought I remember reading he specifically didn't delete it out of like respect. Oh, you know what? No, it starts creeping him out and then he goes back and it's there again.
Something weird happened. Now the NPCs wouldn't call me anything. Where
Yeah.
my name should have been, there was just a blank space. I had to take a break. I started playing the game again. I attempted that fourth take glitch. I figured it worked. At first.
Bro, why's bro got so many hearts? I've done like 3 streams, I got 4 hearts. I'm not sure why, but apparently you had a
instantly
reservation.
recognized that text. You get that message when you get the room key from Anju at the Stockpot Inn. But why was it playing here? I refused to entertain the notion that it was almost as if the game was trying to communicate with me. That's crazy. After poking around the room for a bit, the game asked me a question. It took me a minute. I just couldn't select no. Curiosity kills the cat, they say.
Okay, yeah, and then all the statues. This was the
I appeared
fucking
in some kind of weird
creepiest
Twilight Zone
shit.
version of Clocktown.
And then the just spams the backwards Song of Healing. Ugh. That song haunts my dreams. So this is the actual video that the guy uploaded. Yeah, this is all fake. It was a creepypasta. When you first start, I mean, not when you first start reading it. As a like, I don't remember how old I was when I first started reading it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird, kind of crazy, kind of interesting.
Every now and then,
And then as
I
it
hear the
progressed,
faint
you could
laugh
tell
of
it
the
was
Happy
pretty
Mask
fake.
salesman in the background.
I don't know how he did this. But like all these clips, he actually uploaded to YouTube and would post in his like Reddit posts as he was like creating the story. I don't know, it was cool. But I don't know how he did it. Cuz this was in 2010, so it's like not like you had crazy access to be able to do kind of shit like this a little bit easier like you do now. I talk about this like I was like some little kid. 2010, I had to have been 20 years old when this shit started coming out. Yeah.
As I walked through the ghost town, out on
20 years old. I was 20 years old. You were like like 5.
I don't know whether it was the combination of the out-of-place textures and the atmosphere and the haunting melody of the once peaceful and soothing song being butchered and distorted, but I was literally on the verge of tears, and I had no idea why. Something had gripped me, and this powerful sense of depression was both foreign and crippling.
Not like 6'7".
Like 6'7"? Oh, it was September 6th.
The screen faded in, and I was standing on top of the clock tower with Skull Kid hovering over me again, silent. I looked up, and the moon was back, looming just meters above my head, but the Skull Kid just stared at me hauntingly with that fucking mask.
So I think that playlist you sent me was actually just these clips. Just a bunch of these clips put into a playlist.
I turned off the game at that point. I'm not superstitious, but this is way too fucked up even for me. I haven't played it at all today. Hell, I didn't even get any sleep last night. I kept hearing the reverse song of healing music in my head and just remembering the sense of dread I felt exploring Clocktown. So I'm back here writing down the rest of my thoughts. I don't know what else to do. I need one more day or so to recuperate before tackling this game again
Bro's
because
a
it's seriously
pussy.
taken a toll on my sanity.
Right? I think it would have been kind of cool, kind of fun to do it, but whatever.
Today, putting off the game as long as I could, I drove back up to that house to ask the old man some questions.
You lost? What can I do for you, son?
I'm just looking for the old man that lives here. I just need to ask him a quick question.
The old man? What do you want with the old man?
You know anyone named Ben by chance?
Ben? We don't talk about Ben.
Look, I just need to ask him a quick question. I don't mean to take up anyone's time.
Listen, son. I think you and I both have some things we got to be doing right now. You drive safe.
You too.
What kind of shoes are those? Fucking boat shoes?
I've been getting random, inexplicable headaches due to a lack of sleep, and I keep hearing that song in my head.
Yeah, I called the cops. That guy's a trauma.
Definitely. Okay, this is up to this. The details are a little bit more foggy. I don't remember as much. Oh, yeah. I think part of the story is like, because he was able to upload those clips by connecting the system to his computer or something, so Ben is able to control his PC now. This is how poor kids drink things.
Now Ben's fucking with me. He told me I hooked him up to my computer with cables and cords. What have I done? I've invited it to my computer. I continue to write these notes, write my summaries. I feel like I'm a prisoner in my one place of security. I don't know. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not. I feel like I'm fucking insane right now. I can feel it watching over me even as I type this. Ben's controlling everything in the game, toying with me, leading me like a sheep. But for what? What's the purpose? I know Ben drowns, but why these hauntings? What the fuck am I even doing? I can probably even see this right now. I went back and started playing again. I hesitated for a moment, noticing the stats were not the same as the original one was 2 days ago.
I'm all into it, because I forgot how the fuck this ends. Oh yeah, I know, the game just starts fucking up.
Link's body was distorted. He looked as if he were dead. I had all of 2 minutes to take in the environment before another one of those fucking elegy statues were summoned, and immediately after, the game cut to the...
I don't know, dude. I don't know. He had to have like literally had some kind of program on his computer, because I don't even think they were emulating games and shit at the time. I might be wrong. I don't think N64 was being emulated.
It took a moment to get my bearings as I looked around the fields, and immediately, I could tell that this wasn't normal. I decided to run towards Woodfall before I noticed a gathering. That fucking mask salesman. He was too idle wearing that shit-eating grin. Wherever I moved, his head slowly followed me.
Yeah, it had a. I don't know how he made these, but I think part of that was what made it so good at the time. Is like
Bay. Why was I there?
the way he was able to manipulate the game to do all this fucking creepy shit. Yeah, and then the Zora drowns. I remember those statues, and the backward song of healing haunted my nightmares.
It's safe to say that my suspicions were confirmed. Ben was dead. He drowned.
Now this had to be some kind of new addition.
I'm beginning to see the elegy statue randomly as I
there
search
was no
the
fucking
internet in places I
FaceTime.
shouldn't. Places where he shouldn't be. I'd be scrolling down and suddenly I'd be
2010.
staring at a picture of the elegy statue. Always the elegy statue. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
At least I don't think there was. Maybe there was. I might be wrong.
A little while later, Ben began his shit again on Cleverbot. He's getting worse, and I can't deal with it. I realized something though. I made a note earlier about the moon children that were supposed to be in the game.
So I think this is now where it starts getting into the point where I kind of stopped following it. I kind of looked back into it a little bit more recently, and it gets kind of wild. And also there's a part of it where, like, you know how he hooked up hooked up the N64 to the computer, and that allowed Ben to get into the computer. Well, now he's on the fucking internet, and since he's on the
And it was
internet,
gone.
he's everywhere now.
I know I wrote it. I know I did.
He starts
Ben
fucking
had to have done this.
starts fucking
There's
with the
no
Reddit
other
posts.
explanation. He's censoring me and trying to hide the truth from each gameplay summary I'm writing up. Why omit the Moon Children, though? What's the significance?
Who sleeps like that? This month. No blankets. Even if I'm sweating my ass off, I got a blanket on.
What's the purpose? An opening trends. I know it's early in the morning. I've stayed up all night, I can't sleep. He's following me now. Not just in the game, he's in my dreams. I see him all the time, behind my back, just watching me. I haven't gone to any of my classes. I've stayed in my dorm room with the windows closed and the blinds shut. That way I know he can't watch me. I never wanted this.
Shit, I
I
just
just
realized.
want my old life back. Windows closed and the blinds
Little elegy statue. That's cool. I want one.
shut. That way I know he can't watch me. I never wanted this. I just want my old life back.
Stats keep changing. How the fuck do you have 3 hearts and all 4 of the boss remains?
He still gets me when I play. When I play, he can still see me. The game's scaring me now. It talked to me for the first time, not just using text that's already in game. It spoke to me, talked to me. It referenced Ben. I don't know what it means, I don't know what it wants. Why am I still playing this when all I do is die?
Is that the elegy of emptiness? You shouldn't have done that.
Stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me. It's not fair. I want to go home. I want to see my parents again. I just want to forget that statue's horrible blank face. I don't want to play this anymore. I feel like something bad will happen if I
I've done
don't,
that.
but that's impossible. It's a video game. Haunted or not, it can't hurt me, right? Like seriously though, it can't, right? That's what I keep telling myself, but every time I think about it, I'm not so sure.
Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Fuck. That owl's head is upside down. Happy Mask Shop. See, I don't remember this. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
Watch out!
Hey, listen! Ben is getting lonely.
Like I said, the Moon Children. They're gone. Why?
You will be given one last chance.
That's where my notes end. I fled my room, taking the cartridge with me. I don't want to go into details of what happened. It's been roughly 2 days since then. I'm long gone, and the last video and summary you guys saw was uploaded by my roommates. I left it all on a flash drive for him. If you haven't seen it, here it is. It began as normal. I spawned in Clocktown and proceeded to attempt the 4th day glitch. For some reason it wouldn't let me. It told me I'd be cheating. Oddly, it then said to head to Iconic Canyon, where the game would finally end and it'd stop haunting me. I was told to check my inventory and I'd find the answers there to end the game. Bingo. The Elegy of Emptiness. I guess that was the last thing it needed before Ben had enough fun playing with me. And so I made my way forth. It was time to end this.
These Gibdos always scared the shit out of me. Oh, the pose? The pose in the jar? I don't even remember what those do. Keep this picture.
There's still some things about this whole experience that don't make sense. But then again, I never was good at figuring these things out, and I'm not exactly in the right state of mind to.
Fucking kills him.
Ben's a manipulator. He tries to fool his victims into security and makes you drop your guard like a Venus flytrap. I'm nothing but a puppet to him, and he enjoys seeing what kind of human emotions he can tap into by doing different things.
Can't run. I think at some point it's Ben that starts posting updates. Please help me.
The nightmare ends here. This will be my last posting that I put up for the world. If you see anything beyond this point, discredit them immediately. Ben's already proven to me that he can access my accounts and will do anything to break free.
Matt?
It goes without saying, but from here on out,
The fuck
do
is
not
Matt?
download any images I put up. No files. Nothing. I'm gonna burn the cartridge, and I'll be back for my computer. Thank you for taking the time to open this, to open yourselves up to me by hearing my story. You didn't have to do that. Really, you shouldn't have. Your support this entire time has kept me going. And now I'm finally free of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Really shouldn't have. Now he's free. The counter resets. I'm glad you did that.
Well, that was something. Interestingly, our story doesn't end here. It's merely just beginning. I'd like to take this intermission to give you the time to refill your drinks. Go grab another can of Pringles, string cheese, reheat the pizza, what.
Yo, this is fucking kind of dope to, I wish we had a little bit of a bigger crowd, because this is kind of dope to like be able to sit and watch with people. And then he even gives you a little intermission to go grab some snacks and refill your drinks. I'm gonna let the intermission play out. And I'm gonna take a piss. I've got another drink here, but I might grab some Cheez-Its or something, and I'll be back. So I'll let the intermission play out at 1 speed.
Have you?
BRB.
In the meantime, I wanted to thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you all, and I hope we did that story justice. Unfortunately, YouTube rewards consistent uploads made on a short schedule. Vloggers, streamers, and Let's Players, while I love them, have the liberty of keeping up with something like that. As you know, here on my channel that just isn't possible. The time it takes to craft something like this is immense, so if you're enjoying this so far, why not head over to patreon.com/Nexpo and throw me a few dollars. Wait, no. Without my friends, this would not have been possible. So please, if you're able, go throw them some love. Whether it's a YouTube sub, a few bucks on Patreon, or anything of the sorts, they're the ones that not only drove out here to help me, but really brought my vision to life. Nefarious TV, cinematography. Night Docs, musical score. And Mama Max, assistant creative director. Give him a sub for me. Tell him I sent you. I love you guys. Thanks again. So like I said, our story is only just beginning. 2 days would pass from the time Deducible said goodbye, from when he claimed he was free from Ben's grasp. Onlookers really didn't know what to do in the meantime. It was widely believed that Ben was unleashed upon the internets and was a real-world entity that was spread through the file that he uploaded for everyone to read. You remember how Deducible claimed that Ben was altering his videos and summaries? You know where I got that? A file. This was Ben's key to your computer, or so it was believed. Other than that, we didn't have much. On Deducible's YouTube channel, there was only his gameplay footage and 2 other outliers. One of them appears to be nothing more than random gameplay from the video game prototype. But the other? Deducible describes it as, and I quote, "A rather creepy and cryptic conversation about the player and his future. You end up being drowned in dialogue." Drowned, you say? The dialogue in question is given by an NPC named Rosa. So let's hear it.
Where have you been? No, you are going to China. Why is he smiling? It's the father. Is it the father behind him? You chased it to the one at the top of the city.
The hell is this?
No, on the ground. We found it in the crypt. It's open. Oh, it's open. Oh God, run! Don't open it. Whether or not you win the game matters not. It's if you bought it.
Now, it doesn't take a prophet to realize that much of what she's explaining has already happened. Deducible bought the game, Deducible played it, and we all know how that went. Interestingly, this was uploaded an entire 15 months prior to the events that played out. A stellar coincidence in retrospect. Now back to Jay. Like we established, 2 days passed since his farewell. That was until he'd post something.
Wasn't him.
What do we have here? Bingo.
Done that.
Entering this phrase followed by .net into the URL bar brings us to a website about a cult. The Moon
See, this is where
Children.
it starts getting kind of
As
crazy.
we can recall, this was something that we didn't receive much context on back then because of Ben. Why were the Moon Children absent from the game? Clearly we were led here for a reason. So let's find out why. Before us we have but 7 web pages. Home, Contact Us, Search, The Truth, Creed, Abouts, and Theories. On the homepage, we can observe what appear to be moderators that all seem to be wearing masks. An Ifrit, Duskworld 23, Neko, and Drowned. The website appears to exist solely as a hub for a cult by this name. It appears that the followers of the Moon Children believe that, quote, "We are Luna's chosen." Their introduction reads the following. This is a website for those who have formed a spiritual connection with the moon and him and recognize that we have been selected to perform miracles and bring enlightenments into this world.
So I'm not gonna lie, I never actually followed it up to this point. I've only kind of read about what it is. Like, people had to actually, I'm pretty sure, unscramble the website in order to even find this to begin with.
She has chosen us, and only us, to survive the upcoming
Which
apocalypse
makes
because
sense
we have
as to
honored
why I
her
didn't make
and
it this
devoted
far.
ourselves to her. As we work to enforce her will, we grow together as a family and serve the greater good. We are the Moon's children. If you have found your way here, it's not by chance. You're at home here. You belong here with us. And while you may be caught off guard, I think right now you can feel something inside you agreeing with me. Listen to your soul. Get in touch with yourself. Your soul knows this, and we can show you how. All Moon's children have been gifted spiritually, and thus are more astrally attuned to all things normal humans may not be. A normal human's Kai energy is typically so small that they may not notice it their entire life, whereas we can perform miracles and ascend our fleshy prisons with ours. If you're visiting, you've come here for a reason, even if that reason may not be known to you. You have been chosen by her. You have this amazing Kai potential, this amazing spirit energy locked within you. We can help you unlock it. We can help you become enlightened. Please, take a look around our new websites and get to know some of our members and contact us on the About page. We'll set up a meeting that will change the rest of your life. So what are we looking at exactly? On this page, we have what appear to be public notes in reverse chronological order. The first involves the moderator Ifrits, who's welcoming their brothers and sisters to their so-called new sites and how they'll be busy setting it up. Above this, we can observe Neko, excited for their ascension. Ascension? Ah, wait, shit, that wasn't out yet. But really, what does ascending entail exactly? The next post is by Duskworld23. They congratulate Neko, or Chris, on their successful ascension, and then make the claim to not piss off Mr. D. Now who could this be? Right above it, we have another post, the same night that Deducible ended their story, from the administrator Drowned. It simply reads, "You shouldn't be reading this." Sounds familiar. I wonder who this is. You son of a bitch. The next post involves Neko explaining that they're handing over their mod ship so they can complete their ascension. The way they worded it, and especially that last line, tells me all I need to know about what ascension specifically entails. Keep this site running strong for me while I'm gone. I'll be back to come get you guys soon.
What are you,
is
Heaven's
death.
Gating?
Spiritual ascension to Luna. From what I gather, it doesn't mean that they're completely gone. Neko's convinced that they'll be back in some sort of digital manifestation. They'll come get everyone else. It's only a matter of time.
How do they say it in TikTok
Contact
speak?
Us reveals nothing but a contact form and a narrative that enables self-reflection. The writer
Unaliving
questions various
themselves.
aspects of your well-being. Do you ever feel like life is a dream?
Yeah.
That you're sleeping this whole time, waiting for something great to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like you can't relate to these human beings, that in this day and age of lewdness and vanity, it's simply disgusting to try and lower yourself to fit in? You do try to fit in, but it never really feels genuine, does it?
Nope.
You're about to embark on a wonderful quest of self-discovery and growth, and you'll come to realize all of the glorious gifts that she can provide us. Unfortunately, the information doesn't go anywhere. At this point, myself and a solid amount of other people have tried this and have yet to hear anything back. It's alright though, because this page bears other secrets. Onlookers began manipulating the website address. As it turns out, the site admin Drowned wasn't keen on ensuring that each entrant's data is encrypted. Of the pages that were discovered, the first was Ben, simply reading, "You have to warn them." Up next, by utilizing simple logic, the page Drowned was discovered. Heading there reveals, oh my god! Mother of sweet Jesus, that's ugly. It's got a name, though. Calbris.jpg. Now to place my memory of this in the deepest confines of my mind. Focus, Ryan, focus. Anyway, this page reveals the message, dead end, go back. Strangely, if we look at the webpage title, we can observe a cipher. My eyes. They took my eyes. After manipulating the URL for a while myself, there was hardly anything of substance to dig up. The page not found, no page could be found at this address back to home message quickly became buried into my retinas, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Although I did find the contact page for Ifrits, with the page title being FJ6RT. The context of this one reads as follows. Should you know what question to ask, the date to truth will be opened. Hidden below it's an email address. Let's come back to that.
It's crazy. It's fucking insane to me that people knew how to look for this shit and figure it out. It's wild. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm gonna go at 1.75.
Here, we have a blank box. Really nothing special here, other than the fact that it searches up keywords within the confines of the site. What does stand out, though, is the banner, which contains a shot of the moon and two grand trees that very strikingly resemble that of which we see in Majora's Mask. And so we click on it. A canyon. Iconic canyon, anybody? And then we launch. What we have before us are two paragraphs of stock filler text. If you've ever created a new website before utilizing a template, then you've likely seen this at some points. Below it, though, a phrase. For the fold, number 3. For the fold, number 3. For the fold, number 3. Alright, so we're learning a lot here, but we're not exactly piecing together what this all means, so I'll speed up a bit. Buckle down. Heading over to the truth brings us to nothing but a login page. For now, there isn't much here aside from this. Jumping over to the creed section displays both the creed and the initiation creed for the Moon Children cult. Among each stanza, one stands out. O Father, I pledge to you. O Mother, I give myself 100 times. May the moon illuminate our path. We bear our souls to you, to that which will bring the end. Empower us with your infinite grace. May we receive the greatest glory of all. May we ascend to the heavens themselves. We are the moon's children. We are mortal angels. Suspicions confirmed. Sacrifice. Moving forward, the About section takes us to simple biographies of each moderator. A notable discovery lies in the fact that Neko's is blank. Interesting, considering the fact that he recently ascended. It appears to me that once this ritual happens, they seek a replacement. New moon children to carry the torch and obliviously walk towards their inevitable demise. Last but not least, theories. We have before us multiple readings on various apocalyptic prophecies. Mayan, Hindu, NASA, and Luna. The latter reads the following. Dating back to 1998, a moonchild named Calbris received several whispers from Luna herself. The Order was still young then, and Calbris was the first member to have been talked to by her. Rather than ascending him, however, these whispers informed him of how the end will come about. The whispers were brief and vague, detailed below. They break free of the prison, engulf the world. Man will be betrayed by its minions, and all will be brought down from the sky, consuming everything. It's worth noting that the number 3 is reported by Calbris to have been said numerous times, sometimes in between words, sometimes in between letters, so it's assumed that there is some kind of significance there. Calbris was later found electrocuted. Whether it was foul play or an ascension was never determined. Although transcended, Calbris' discovery has made him a legendary figure within the Moon Children, and much of the Order today is based off of that prophecy. I see. So the Calbris figure that we discovered earlier has a morbid backstory. An interesting note. So now that we've familiarized ourselves with the likes of the Moon Children cult, how exactly does this tie into the story? To answer that question, we need to back up to Ifrit's contact page. Remember that email address? People utilized that and reached out in a myriad of Q&A conversations with him. The gist of the major information received from Ifrit is the following. Ben was a member of the Moon Children and ascended. There was a reference to a so-called blackouts, and his physical body was never located. The character Rosa from Vampire the Masquerade bears the same name as Ifrit's sister. It's believed that she's a manifestation of his sister, since she was a former member of the Moon Children. The reason she was warning Jay not to open the game was to warn him of what's to come. A character named Alex has been missing since the blackout as well, and Ifrit's real name is Rodney R. However, in his email correspondence, it appears as Matt Hubris. Interestingly, the last message Ifrit's, or Rodney or Matt sent out, merely contained, "Hang on, someone's knocking
It is
at my door."
crazy.
After this point, he wasn't heard from again.
But so far, I think it
The very
sounds
same
like
day, Jadusable's YouTube channel posts lyrics to the song, "Who's That Knockin'?" And I've got a feeling I know who this is.
they could have gone a better way with it. It was like ambitious, but they're kind of losing me.
Now, a quick note. Back in 2010, video responses were a thing on YouTube. Effectively, if you posted one, it would show up in a scroll bar below whichever video you're responding to. Interestingly, onlookers would notice that in the video replies of the final binge round upload would exist one with the same title as that of Ifrit's contact page, FJ6RT. It was uploaded by a user named The Link Is Missing, who's believed to represent the aforementioned missing character, Alex.
I don't know, we had an adult link clip.
Soon after this video was found, the Moon Children website went down. It was eventually realized that within the confines of this story, we've been sent back in time. This meant that players were able to directly manipulate the story, harnessing the effects provided by the melodies in both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. An interesting discovery. So how would they utilize it? So a day goes by, and the site finally comes back online. This time, Ifrit and Drowned are non-existent, merely replaced by another moderator named Insidiae. Heading to Ifrit's contact page to check.
So now at this point, I have no idea where this story goes. So I'm like just curious enough to know where this goes. But like it started off so creepy, so good. The vibes were immaculate, and now we're here.
Up on him simply reveals this. Another difference involves the previously hidden page, the truth. Now that we're in, the message here reads the following. Still in the progress of moving everything over. Sorry about the delay, but it's imperative we find him and silence him before he can reveal our intentions. Also, I can't figure out how to make this private. We've got about 2 days or so before we open up this website to the world, so I figure it'll be okay for now. Not like anyone can stumble upon this, but can someone help out with that? From here on out, user interaction was imperative. Like we established, the melodies from each game appear to have real-world outcomes when utilized in video responses. And players caught on. A user named MF Greth recorded themselves playing the new wave bossa nova, a song that grants others the ability to speak. This was intended to bring Ifrit back, but in reality, it had other effects. Matt Hubris began responding in emails once more, but after a bit of conversation, it was discovered that it wasn't him typing. It was Rosa. Unfortunately, the Song of Healing and the Oath to Order were played in rapid succession thereafter, and considering that in Majora's Mask, the 4 giants are needed to have been released in order for the song to grant the good ending, it resulted in the disappearance of Rosa altogether. Shortly after, another user, Mia, uploads the Song of Time once more. Time was again reset. Unfortunately, the effects were mostly negative. In the Vampire the Masquerade video on YouTube, we could observe the video tags, merely containing the words,
You didn't save her?
You didn't save her. And elsewhere, the link is missing, or Alex uploads the following. Following this, a myriad of video responses were posted, all having various effects on the status of Alex. The video you watched was widely believed to symbolize Alex dying, and so MF Greth attempted to revive them with the video of a fairy. This worked, however, another upload by a user named Cirxy caused them to disappear indefinitely.
Okay, so this is pretty cool. It doesn't stick with really stick with the vibe. Doesn't really stick with the vibe. Thanks for the live for the likes, James. I think it's bedtime though. All right, I think it's bedtime for school. Oh yeah, as I was saying, I don't think it doesn't stick with the vibes. It's not like scary. It's just now it's just cool. It would have been cool to be able to interact like this, but not really creepy anymore.
That happened on September 20th, my birthday, and conveniently the end of a major phase of this alternate reality game. After this point, Alexander Hall came forth as the creator of the ARG and story and claimed that he'd be halting progression of it due to a lack of funds. To be honest, I feel like we've answered the major questions that were posed at the outset of this video. Deducible was haunted by Ben. Ben drowned in an accident, and Ben was schmoozed into this Moon Children cult. It's safe to say that his method of ascension was drowning, and as we've seen, the Elegy statue utilizes the Majora's Mask cartridge and the names on the file selection screen to pinpoint its future victims. Ifrits, or Matt, was the next, and we saw how that turned out for them. So I'm going to stop here. Tonight, we've covered but 15 days of this. 15, and you might not believe it, but we're still barely scratching the surface of the major events that played out during the entirety of this ARG. You'd be pleased to know that Deducible is finally, as of 2 months ago, yes, 2 months ago, in 2020, finishing the final arc of his alternate reality game. If you're interested in keeping up with it, now's the time to jump on it. On that note, I'd like to thank Alexander Hall for crafting this behemoth. I'd like to thank the writers of the official Deducible wiki for compiling the major highlights, and I'd like to thank you for watching. This was a special video, and I truly hope you enjoyed it.
Well,
thanks again. I'll see you soon. I love you all. And good night.
I feel like I need
Tyson had the most important role.
Tyson has the most important role in everything.
Right here.
Added me on Twitter yet?
I gotta say, I was feeling a little harassed by him earlier.
1 to 10?
I got me
My
too'd
rating?
by Tyson while you were trying to, while you guys were trying to shoot that scene with Neff. He was a little frisky.
That's related.
it's hard to put one rating to this whole thing, right? Because you've got the original story, and then you've got this video that tries to summarize everything, and then you've got everything together as a whole. I mean, I remember when I was in it, I was into the thick of it. It was a 10 out of 10. This video doesn't quite, like, he has really good production value, and then the very beginning of it sets a really good vibe. But then he kind of like I don't know, just some of the stuff he cut out, and just some of the stuff peters out. And then as a whole, and which is like the second half of this video, I feel like they kind of lost me. Now, that being said, he said he's continuing on 2 months before they put this video out, which means there's stuff that they didn't cover. So I am very curious how that went, and like what else there is to this ARG. But I don't really have a whole lot of like high hopes that it really keeps the vibe and the tone of like the beginning of it, or even of just like Majora's Mask at all, because I feel like Majora's Mask is like a really dark, creepy, you know, just very maturely themed game, despite some of the stuff that's in it. And I feel like the how it started was like really dark, creepy, scary, and I think it almost seems like he shifted, because I think it was just meant to be like a scary story about some kid drowning and then haunting this video game cartridge, and then he turned it into like whatever the fuck it turned into, and that's where you kind of lose me. I like the vibe of some kid playing Majora's Mask, something happens to him and he drowns, and then he haunts his own favorite game. Like that, to me, that got me pulled in. And now it's just like, it's like, you know, what, I don't know. What do you think, Caden? 8.4? Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't give it numbers. But yeah, I'd give the video itself a little bit lower than you, maybe like an 8, 7.5. Maybe. I think maybe we start doing this on Thursdays. Because I think really no matter what, regardless, I never have One Piece on Thursdays. It's usually a chill day for me, because I can start earlier because I don't have to pick up the kids. So I think we can start doing, I want to do like vibey stuff like this, creepy stuff, but it can be whatever. But I think throughout the week I will try to I'll try to kind of pick some stuff to look at that I can watch, and then we can all watch together. Forgot what I was gonna say, but there's like a, I don't know, like Nick Crowley and stuff. There's like stuff like that I like to watch where they have like a mixture of like real stories, and then they also do like creepy pastas and stuff too. So that would be cool. Artemis 2? What is that? Oh no. I mean, that's another thing. Like what I was kind of doing earlier before I started playing Majora's Mask is just, I was just watching TikToks, not even necessarily just to react to them, just because, just waiting for the first couple of people to jump in the live. You know, we can react to fucking Trump trying to talk to these people in the space shuttle or whatever. But yeah, I think it'll be cool to like pick a couple, like pick like a long video, but also just scroll through some bullshit and react to that too. Or even just stuff like this.
I don't think I'm supposed to be opening this.
You didn't acquire the rights to this thing.
Are you planting
I
these?
did not have anything
Back
to do
to
with
back.
that. I assumed it was going to be something like that.
Cold ones, welcome back.
Chad.
Today we're opening up fan mail. Darcy gave me a knife.
But yeah, I think that'll be fun. I can usually do like a me too. I can usually do like a 2-part 2-part on Thursdays. And then honestly, since gas is so everything is so fucking expensive, probably starting on Fridays too. I used to go to One Piece on Fridays, but fucking card games can be an expensive hobby. But all right, for tonight, I think I'm done. Yeah, if you get any ideas, just send me links and stuff, and that way we can like I can schedule it throughout the week, and actually I can like post about it so people know, and then hopefully I actually have people like joining in and stuff on both Twitch and TikTok. TikTok was pretty dead. People like joining in here and there for a couple minutes, but it'd be nice to be able to get like everyone reacting to the same stuff. Anyways, okay, bye. Have a good night.